Welcome to the My Parish Council Clerk Training on Pages Part 2. Here we're going to be looking at listing pages, finding stuff, editing it, and then potentially adding a brand new page. Let's get ourselves logged in. I've already done that. I've gone to pages and listed pages. You can see there's lots and lots of pages. So therefore sometimes you'll need to filter and find the page you're interested in. So if I wanted to filter, I can enter something I know from the title, press return, and lo and behold, I've gone from having many pages of results to look through to just having the one entry in this case. Maybe it's not as simple as that. Maybe it's something to do with history and that's all I can remember. Okay, change the filter, enter, return. Now I've got 2 pages. The actual history training that I wanted to show you as an example. So here, now that we're in there editing the page itself, I can see I've got a title which I can edit. I have a permalink which I can change. Wouldn't change it very often once I've set it, but we can change it. 2 things here. It must always have a / to begin with, and it must have no spaces in the address. It forms the address within the website and is used in the navigation menu later on. With those 2 things done, we now go on to the content itself, and as you can see here, as I put my cursor over various areas, a widget, if you like, has appeared, and this widget allows me to change alignments, it allows me to change width, and it allows me to add additional types of widget. Here a paragraph widget has been added already, so if I open that up, a paragraph widget contains a WYSIWYG editor. What you see is what you get, and that allows me and allows most people to do most of the work because it's very word-like in the way that it works. I can actually switch to HTML code if I want, but unless you know what you're doing, there's no real need to do that. If I decided that the word designed here wanted to be highlighted, for instance, I could make it bold by using B and maybe even underline it. That's the change done, and I could simply then publish the change as necessary. That's if I have a page that I wish to edit. So again, list my pages first, find my page either directly or using the filter to make the numbers smaller, and then essentially either press edit or press the link to start editing. In a scenario where I wish to start from scratch, I would use add page instead, enter my title, any title will do. I need to add a permalink, and remember it must have a / and then be unique. I tend to use dashes to open things up to make them more readable. Now I have a unique link. I now start adding my content. The first widget I am going to add is a paragraph, and in this case I want to add 2 paragraphs, one next door to each other. So I'll actually need to make one of them, or both of them, 50% wide. That's my paragraph 1. Okay, I can now add my second paragraph, and again I need to make my width 50%, and now I have my second paragraph. I can start to save my work, or I can publish my work. I'll just save a draft. When I come back later on via the list pages to find it first, I can see the page I've just created and saved as draft, and it's ready for me to edit again. Okay. When I go back into a page, the content blocks will be collapsed. We can uncollapse them by using the chevron and changing its direction just by clicking on it. Another thing that's very important, or can save you a lot of time, is that if you have a page or you want to create a page rather, that's very similar to an old page, you can do what's called cloning under actions. Cloning a page will make an exact copy of the previous page. Here's history training. It's still called the same title. It's in draft mode, so it's not visible to anybody, but when I go into it, you'll notice it automatically made the permalink unique by adding a number on the end. Now we can start to make the small amends, or you reuse the content that I had before. Save my work as before by saving drafts, or publish. Now I have totally unique pages that are very similar to each other, and I've saved myself an awful lot of work, because what I did was start from a template, a page that was very similar to the one I wanted. Thank you very much for listening. I hope this helps.